All right, we are officially rocking and rolling again with flip phone freaking marketing. So Crystal and I have had a heated discussion the last couple of days about this magic fairy called return on investment. And coming from the clinical side, for me, I call BS. There is a return on investment that can be measured. And Crystal had her little rant on flip phone marketing the other day about not being able to measure ROI. And then I think what we did is we ended up agreeing that there's a difference between ROI and ROE. Correct?
Yes, exactly.
So,
yes.
I'm going to give you first dig at this, Crystal. I want you to share with me why that pissy little rant of yours came about.
So, yes, there is a way to track ROI. And we can look at the metrics, we can look at the numbers, we can say cost per lead, cost per click, data, blah, blah, blah. All of that is trackable. But you can't put a measurable dollar amount or conversion metric on someone engaging with your content on their own, in their bedroom, while they're looking for something to save their life. So you just can't do that. Like, that's the difference between branding and then, I don't know what you would call the other thing, but branding is where the person trusts you and knows you and values you. And it's just so hard to put a metric on that you can measure. You can measure it on the back end, and we should. We should measure what's working, what's not, and on and on. But when someone comes to me and they're like, I need to know what the ROI is in this before I invest in it, I can't give you a number. I don't know how you're going to engage on your Facebook. I don't know how your market's going to respond. We have to experiment, we have to build, and when you build the base of community and engagement, then you can track your ROI. But I can't pull a number out of my ass and say, yeah, it's going to make you this amount of money. I don't fucking know. Oh, it just gets my panties in a twist. Because really, you're looking at the wrong number. Yes, you have to see where your money's going. I totally understand that, and you should. But at the same time, putting the kind of value on the type of engagement you're doing. I mean, tell the story about the woman that came into your office from Facebook. You told me last night on text.
I will. We're going to get there. Okay. But I do want to defend my fellow practitioners and tell you where we're coming from, okay? So, you know that I've been in practice about 11 years now. So, there are guys and gals that are older than me that have been in practice longer. There's people that are younger than me. The people that are younger than me are going to get this right from the get-go because it's their thing, okay? But the guys older than me, Rob Kuhn, where they're coming from is they know if they spend $1,200 on a newspaper ad, and I know the guys and girls that are watching this in big markets just crap their pants because their newspaper ads are like 60 grand. Okay? But if I go and spend $1,200 on newspaper ads, I want to see so many people show up to it, and I'm using seminars for an example because that's what we're doing right now and it's working. Okay? I want to see so many people show up at the workshop so I can measure cost per, we're going to call it cost per lead. Okay? But what I really want to know is if I spend $1,200, how many cases am I going to close from that? And how much money is going to bring into the office? So $1,200, 10 to 1 ROI, I want to bring in $12,000 from a $1,200 app. So there's the older generation. Rob, I just called you the older generation. Deal with it. There's the older generation that says, okay, if I'm going to invest any time or money into these flip phone marketing weirdos, I want to know if I put $1,000 into this machine, how much am I going to get out? Because in years past, they can do that when it comes to TV, radio, newspaper, etc. So their perspective is, and I think I've given you this shit before.
You have.
Okay?
Yeah.
If I put this money in, how much am I going to get out? Mm-hmm. And the gap comes from how much energy do they have to put in before they start getting money out.
Yep.
Okay? And I've said it before, I'll say it again, and then I'm going to say it again, then I'm going to tell you that I said it. This whole digital marketing thing that we're working on, it's like a freaking garden. Hey, you got to plant seeds, you got to water, you got to fertilize, and it will spring forth. Hey, So, I mean, you look at guys like Joe Serpy, how many freaking followers does he have on Facebook? Like,
yeah,
18,
bunch.
It was like tens of thousands of people like his Facebook page. And I'm just going, dude, hey, for Joe, ROI is easy. Run a freaking ad. I mean, I live in Podunk, Idaho. I've got 1,800 or 1,500 people following my page. I ran an ad for thyroid 2 weeks ago, or last month, and the ROI from that was 35 to 1. Totally measurable. But what's not measurable is the energy I put into that. Because for how long have I been posting random stuff on Facebook, letting those people know that, hey, that I'm here, that I know my crap, that I know what I'm doing. That's not measurable.
No, it's
and
not.
That's
and
where
you can't.
And that's where I totally get where you're coming from. But maybe we can find some easier way to not bust people's balls over this. And
it's a hard one. I mean, I wish I had a number to give you. I wish I could say, yes, this is the ROI. I mean, I can tell you the industry percentages on the conversions on a webinar and the conversions from the registrants, and then how many from that, there's a 10% conversion rate through the sales on that.
Right.
But the big variable is, again, like you said, the energy.
Right.
Did you nail that webinar? Are you connecting in that format? And we just have to experiment.
Frankly, from a practitioner standpoint, we don't give a shit about the back end stuff.
Yeah.
What we want to measure, and I know you do, and I now know that it's important. The value of a lead is astronomical. Love the dog. Okay.
Charlie's in it.
The value of a lead is astronomical, but what's important to us, and I'm not going to drop any more names here, Kevin Smith. Kevin and I were having not a heated discussion, but a text discussion of, his company he comes from. I'm making, 4 times more doing mailers, dinner workshops than I ever was on Facebook. Well, that's fine. Hey, but the real value, what we want to see, we want to see butts and seats, and we want to see people writing checks so we can help them get better. That's really, my colleagues and I, that's what we want. But where our worlds collide is, what do we got to put into it to get that?
Yeah. And let's look at a year ago. Where we were a year ago with your account is completely different than where we are right now. And what's the difference between the ads? We were doing a very similar approach last year.
Right.
But now look how much more return you're getting on all of that.
Because
so
of
much
the
more
energy that I've put into that. And it's just slowly, dude, where's it going to be a year from now?
I know. And that's where I really get my panties in a twist, because I know that when I can't give an exact number, because I'm not going to tell you I can give you an ROI that I can't deliver on. I'm just not going to do that. And some people will, and that's fine.
Right. And maybe the answer needs to be, hey, look, there's this Brady guy. He's a total badass, and he gets 35 to 1. But
I say just look at Brady. Ask Brady.
But he's well-spoken. He's good-looking.
And damn it, people like him. But what really gets me in a twist is that when I can't give an ROI and then someone's like, well, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing, then you're not connecting with the people who need you. Then there's that gap.
Right.
And that's why my panties get in such a twist, because no, you cannot measure the ROI on all of it at the beginning, and I can't give you a number. And I know where you guys are coming from because I work with y'all for like 5 years now. Like, I get it.
Right.
But from the branding world, like, I posted a video on Facebook today where I just recorded Gary Vee rambling on about his Nike tennis shoes, where they're not, like, Nike's not putting a cookie and targeting him around the internet. They built a brand for 20 years. He doesn't know why he buys the damn Nikes, but they marketed him for 20 years as a brand. He values them. He trusts them. It's the same thing for y'all.
Right. So, there's those guys out there that are telling you no, that they're just going to keep doing what they're doing. What's going to happen is when that stuff stops working, it's every piece of marketing is cyclical. Mm-hmm. It all goes like this. And what I'm doing right now is not going to work in 5 years.
Exactly.
But we've got to adapt. So these guys, for you guys that are just sticking to what you're doing right now, the very least I'm going to tell you is at least follow us. Follow our page, follow the stuff that we're doing, and start putting a little bit of energy into at least your Facebook pages. Yeah,
at the bare minimum. Just do that. And you don't have to do it, I don't want to say right and wrong, just do it. Do it in the way that people respond to.
Get your ugly ass white coat off.
Yes. Oh, my God. Don't be scripted. Just hit the record button and just tell me something that matters. I don't care what it is.
That's right. People are dying for information. You don't have to start spending a whole lot of cash for this to start building revenue for you. You just got to start getting out. You got to start putting yourself out there.
Yeah. Tell the story that you texted me last night. Tell that one.
Okay, so
and you don't have to name names and you don't have to do dollar amounts, but
I'm not.
roll.
I'm bringing it up on my phone.
Because I about did the happy dance in the den when I heard that.
Well, you know what? I'm not going to bring it up on my phone because I'm not going to sit here and just read it.
Yeah.
So a while back, probably 2 weeks ago, I wish I had the check. I've already deposited it. I could hold it up and show it.
Or we can just blow it up really big, and next time you can be that guy holding the big check.
Right. Or get it. Never mind. So a week or so ago, I get a message on Facebook from this gal that lives about 60 miles south of me. And in Idaho, guys, 60 miles is nothing, okay? It's not like driving through 60 miles of Houston. It's not going to take you 7 hours. 60 miles is a 45-minute drive because we drive like friggin' idiots here.
Wow.
So she emails me, or she messages me on Facebook, and so she says, you know, I started out the whole mesh thing. You know, they're getting these mesh slings put into people, and they're causing autoimmune reactions, and people are getting sued. Blah blah blah. She's got a mesh sling, and then a couple of years, so her immune system starts revving up after that. And then a couple of years ago, she gets whacked in the head with a tree branch, and has a traumatic brain injury. So she reaches out to me and says, "Can you help?" And I didn't like script what I answered to her. I would answer her like I was talking to her anywhere else. It was just like, hey, you know what? I don't know. I'm sorry you've been through this. I'd love to see how I can help you. Sounds like you've been mistreated, blah, 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 blah. And we have this banter going back and forth where I'm literally just being me. Okay? Long story short, she comes in yesterday, and once she walks in the office, she's already hopeful. Because she's followed me, she knows me, okay? She walks in the office. In fact, remind me, I'm going to do something here pretty crazy too. She walks in the office, we do the exam. Yeah, I spend a little extra time with her because it's a complicated case. And she's already got enough trust in me that she writes me a huge check before she leaves to just take care of her.
Nice.
So that's the kind of value, you know, there's ROI, there was no investment in her. There was no money put into that for me. It was just having the energy to put my stuff out there.
Yeah, exactly. Are you still there?
Yeah.
I might be losing you.
Nope, we're good.
Okay, cool. Yeah, and who knows when she entered your funnel, like, or when she entered your sphere? You never know. Like, that's why it's so hard to put a tangible thing on that.
It's impossible.
Yeah.
So speaking of return on energy, I want you to watch this. Okay. So last night I did fail to send out my usual text messages that I will do. So I am going to do that with this gal right now so you can see how I do it.
And tell me too real quick, I know a lot of doctors are probably scared to give out their cell number. Like,
screw that.
Yeah.
The iPhone has a great option called block. I've been giving out my cell phone for years, and I have 2 people I've blocked. So
nice.
Not giving out your cell phone number is just living in fear. Quit being a pansy. And of course, I can't find her cell phone number, so I can't do it right now.
Multitasking on the fly.
Pretty much.
Yep.
You know I'm good at it.
Uh-huh.
At least I haven't had to stand up and walk out, right?
There you go.
Campbell. Anyway, well, I messed up. I didn't send her my usual video, and I've posted videos of myself doing this before, but we won't worry about it now.
Nice.
So yeah, there's a huge difference between ROI and ROE. Basically, I think what we're totally agreeing here. We're just saying the different things.
Yeah.
It's, let us help you get prepared. It's just get in front of a freaking camera.
Yeah. Yeah, and if you really want to boost that ROI up, do the hard work, do the sweat and the tears, make Facebook a fluid part of your day, And then your ROI is just going to shoot out the roof.
So my last,
and we don't have to have the conversation.
I did the class last night, and we had 38 people at the class. We literally ran out of chairs. We had people sitting on treatment tables. That's how many people were here.
Nice.
It was fantastic. We made 11 appointments. So I don't know the math right off the top of my head. The ad cost us $600 to run. The 11 people who made the appointment paid $65 for so $715, $115 ahead of the ad already, and we haven't even started seeing patients yet.
Yeah. So instead of having a cost per lead, you actually got paid per lead.
Right.
That's wild.
Now, granted, I've had a lot of practice being in front of people, and I'm good at it. But this is how we did it. Okay? Mm-hmm. So, leading up to that ad or to that seminar last night, I had to start the ad. I shared the ad on our Facebook page this morning. It's all the content's there. Mm-hmm. But I also did some live things. Okay, so I got on my Facebook page about a week ago, and I said, "Hey, I need your help. I'm doing this class. What questions do you want answered?" And I had people chime in and ask me questions. So I took those people, I tagged them in a live post. I did this from the office, I did this from my house. One of the times I was wearing a freaking t-shirt when I did it. Okay?
I saw that.
And I answered their questions live. And the whole thing was linked back to the funnel saying, we're answering this question, but we have this seminar. Here's the link. And we had 3 or 4 people actually make appointment or sign up for the seminar from those links. Mm-hmm. Then the weekend before, I started the ad and ran the ad through the weekend for $100 a day for 6 days, and we filled the house up. Okay. Now, what I did today is I came in. You can see the video camera behind me. I came in. I pulled the SD card. I loaded the video up to YouTube. And I put it into a different funnel, and then I emailed it out to all my contacts.
Perfect. And that's what I was going to say. Did you email it out to those opt-ins that didn't show up for the seminar?
Absolutely. So I got here's my inbox right now from Adam. Thanks for the email. I'm sorry that Missy and I were not able to make it last night. However, there's a password. Oh, whoops. I screwed up the video somehow. Cool.
But he still reached out. Now you
reached
can
out.
like
now
you can just say, yeah, I'm not a tech guy. Hey, here's the actual link, or here I'll take the password off. That's just a YouTube setting.
Right.
And then Adam will see you as more human because you sent out something that didn't work, and he got to reach out, and you got to start a conversation.
That's freaking hilarious. No, I sent out the wrong link. That's all I did. Oops.
And it's still gonna work. None of this shit's perfect. It never will be.
I know. It's funny. And I actually engage with people. I have conversations with them when I do. I mess this crap up all the time.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, when I was a bartender, I used to mess drinks up all the time, or I'd spill a drink on a person, and then I would riff it off, and then they would tip me double. I'm like, okay, that worked. It's about being human. That's all it is.
Well, I really screwed that up somewhere. So I'll reply to the guy right now. Oops. Sorry. I'm not a tech guy.
This isn't my day job.
Okay, so I gotta fix that. What's our point here, Crystal?
I think we made it. Yeah, the point is don't worry about ROI. Just do the hard work and track the metrics as you go.
Do worry about it. But don't worry about it to the point that you don't do anything.
Yes, don't make that the deciding factor. You're going to be able to look at the metrics and see the returns, but don't let not having a solid number at the beginning stop you from taking action.
I love it. Okay. Hey, it's been fun once again. I think you should show everybody the shirt you're wearing.
Okay. This is post-boxing workout. Can you see it?
That is Wonder Woman right there. She is the Wonder Woman of the online digital storytelling life. She is the Crystal Street that we all know and love.
Brady.
I am Brady Wyrick. I am the clinical guy here in Southeast Idaho doing functional neurology and functional medicine and kicking ass with digital marketing.
Yes.
So, thanks for tuning in, guys. We love you. Peace out.